We're here in Wollongong, right by the beach, a beautiful day at the Wynn Entertainment Center, home of the Illawarra Hawks, and this man, Rhys Martin, who has really driven the ship as the point guard for that team for several years and the head coach of the Illawarra Hawks. And it's been kind of an up and down season, and every time I look in the stats, it looks like you're starting a new lineup every single week.
Yeah, it's been a difficult and different season for me, being on the other side of the line, being a head coach with this group, but I've really enjoyed it, and it's the last round coming up, so hopefully we can finish off with a win.
Well, very difficult to tip the Illawarra Hawks, and sometimes you suit up. How come sometimes you suit up and sometimes you don't?
Well, I was getting a little bit of game prep for the Boomers stint that I had to do, so I had a couple months off post-season and decided, we had some injuries, a couple of guys out, and I might as well put the shoes on and run around for a little bit just to get a little bit of match fitness for that.
Predictions are very tough in the Waratah League, so I thought I'd get some help from Rhys Martin. Let's talk about the first game, which I believe is Penrith and Newcastle in Penrith.
Very tough game, tough stadium to play, and I'm going to tip Newcastle on the road on this one.
Traveling to Bankstown, the Hawks.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough one. If Stevie suits up for him and Jace Kadee, I think we could have our hands full, but hopefully pre-season's kicked in the NBL, so I'm going to tip us.
Manly against the Comets.
I'm going to go with Manly. That's a tough team to play against, especially on their home court.
Callum Jenkins, Central Coast against Sutherland.
I like how he plays, but I'm going to tip the Sharks.
Maitland at home against the Hills Hornets.
I'm going to tip Maitland on this one. I think they can get it done on their home floor.
The Norse Bears against the Hornsby Spiders.
Going to tip Norse this week.
Simple as that. Then the last one, Manly against the Central Coast.
Backing up, going to go with Manly again.
All right, the Manly Seagulls, and quick, right to the point, Rhys Martin. Thanks for joining us on the Waratah Predictions.
Thank you.
Thanks once again to Rhys Martin, head coach for the Illawarra Hawks, but he was not game enough to give me his predictions for the Women's Waratah League. So let's get started. First, in Bankstown, they take on the Illawarra Hawks. I really should have gotten him on this one, but I'm going to go with the Illawarra Hawks, just too strong on the boards. Manly Seagulls at home against the Sydney Comets, who got their hats handed to them last weekend, looking to bounce back. They should get the Seagulls. Maitland at home, home of the Waratah Finals. Make sure you get there and check us out. I know I'll be there. But the Mustangs are taking on Hills. I don't think it's going to be a happy hunting ground for the Mustangs to go down to Hills. Norse take on the Hornsby Spiders, who are red hot at the moment, but so are the North Bears. Renee Camino, I will not tip against you again. Last time I tipped against the North Bears, she dropped 41 Norse. Penrith at home against the Newcastle Hunters. Newcastle with a big win last week against Bankstown. Roja came up short even though she dropped a serious double-double, always looking to have MVP numbers. That's why I'm going with Penrith. That's it for our previews. Once again, I'd like to thank Rhys Martin, head coach for the Illawarra Hawks, also the Wynn Entertainment Center for letting us do our hostings out of the building. And if you want something on our show, you got to get at us at Basketball New South Wales, or alternatively, you can tweet me at Carfino Magic. See you next time.